Well, I've always worn bow ties and loved bow ties. At my old school, I was even known as, the bow tie guy because I wore bow ties so much. But they were never exactly what I wanted them to be. And so one day, I just had the aha moment that entrepreneurs talk about. And I said, what if you could split a bow tie in half? And I honestly just went home and started cutting up my bow ties to my mom's dismay and put some clips on them, and Beaux Up was born. I'm Jake Johnson, and I'm the founder and CEO of Beaux Up. So right now, the actual making of the bow ties, we have a manufacturer that does a lot of it. However, to cut costs, a lot of what we do is vintage ties, and these are actually made from upcycled long ties. We take the long ties, and in here, sometimes we'll just sit around the living room and cut open these ties, and we have our own, manufacturing grade cutter. And so we will cut open these ties and cut the bow tie patterns out to send to the manufacturer. This is actually our second entrepreneurial, adventure. So we were on Shark Tank with our first company, and that was an amazing experience. We knew that to get on TV, then you have to be memorable, and you have to be different than all the other contestants. So we said that we should make the youngest member of our family do all the negotiating with the sharks. And unfortunately for me, that was me. I'm the youngest member. And so as like an 8-year-old, I was up against 5 of the most powerful venture capitalists in the world. So even though it was extremely intimidating and scary at the time, it was one of the most amazing experiences, and so much has come out of it. Meeting Warren Buffett was also a crazy experience. I actually was lucky enough to win the Warren Buffett Grow Your Own Business Challenge last year ago, in May I think it was. And so in doing this, I got the chance to meet the Oracle of Omaha himself, and he gave me some life lessons about financial literacy and about Beaux Up specifically. But not only that, but he loved Beaux Up and asked if it would make him a chick magnet, so that was funny. But yeah, it was pretty incredible meeting all the people that I get to meet.
How are you going to put that tied with one more? Like
my family is just as invested in Beaux Up as I am. Even though it was my idea and I consider it my company, they helped me so much along the way, and I couldn't do it without my family.
Whatever it is, I think kids deserve a chance to explore their interests, and entrepreneurship just happened to be something that they were good at, and that Jake was good at, and that he enjoyed. So we tried to support that, and what we found through the years is that those skills that he's learned help him with everything. What he's learned being an entrepreneur organically is how to be a great public speaker, how to manage his money, how to be a problem solver, how to be creative, that sort of thing. Entrepreneurship is huge right now, and I think the reason is because employers today are not looking for anybody to come in with skill set that they can outsource cheaper somewhere else. If they can outsource it, they're not going to hire our kids.
So a typical day, I go to school, have all my classes, finish out the day with my marketing class with Dr. Newt, and then that gets me in the business mood, so I always go home, maybe cut some ties, or have whatever we have to do after school, whether it's meeting with some partners or going to our manufacturers.
It's your values that are going to help you determine what your
I have always said that I don't want age to be a factor. I think that you can start a business and run a business no matter how old you are. And so from the time, I was 8 years old, I wanted to do this. So I think that if you act like a business professional and you act like an adult around adults, then you should be treated like one. And so far, that's gotten me to where I am today. One of my favorite quotes from Warren Buffett is that someone is sitting in the shade today because they planted a seed a long time ago. And so I'd like to think that what I'm doing right now as a teenager is I'm planting that seed so that I can be sitting in the shade later in life.
I think I'm proudest that out of all the things that Jake has done, that he's just kind of a normal kid. I really do, and I don't say that lightly, but I think the fact that he went out for the football team when he'd never played football before and did a great job. I love that. I love the fact that he doesn't like to tell people that he's an actor and has done cool stuff because it's really a hobby. We like to treat it like a hobby. And just the fact that he's a normal kid with normal friends and treats this as just a part of his life.
Right now, the sky's the limit for Beaux Up. Obviously, the goal was to have a Beaux Up bow tie around the neck of every teenage boy in America. But until then, we'll just see where it goes. My advice would be to never give up and just to jump into it. There's, first of all, age should never be a factor, like I said before. But then also, you should never let anyone tell you that you can't do something, and you should always, go for what you believe in.